Well, good morning. These last couple of weeks have been notable, both locally and internationally. Locally, we've had a lot, and I do mean a lot, of rainfall. This part of Kansas is basically out of the drought, at least for now, and the main source of water for several communities in this area, Cheney Lake, is just about back to conservation pool status. Lake levels have risen several feet in the last couple of weeks, bringing life back to that area. Cities that get water from the lake are still in drought mode, though, because the summer is usually a time when the rains shut off and water needs are high. Evaporation from the lake is also high in the summer. There's been some flooding as the rains have come. There's also been some hail and some wind, resulting in downed trees and tree limbs, along with some damage from some of the larger hail events. These kinds of things are to be expected in Kansas and actually throughout the entire region, though, as weather in these parts can be tranquil one day and really unruly the next day. On the national and international scene, the ongoing conflicts in the Middle East have reached a boil-over point, with both sides aiming missiles, bombs, and drones at each other. The U.S. has entered into the fray with a bomb drop on nuclear facilities and has been trying to broker some kind of cessation of hostilities. Now, whatever your opinion on the Middle East situation or on our entering into that conflict, war, even though it may be deemed necessary given the fallen nature of creation, war is never holy, never righteous, never virtuous. It's a messy, deadly, and it's rife with carnage. The conflict between the Jews and the Arabs has been ongoing since Isaac and Ishmael of the Old Testament. And it will, in my opinion, continue until God decides to call a halt to the proceedings and bring about the second coming of his Son. In my view, there's nothing we as a civilization can do to permanently create peace in that region. Yes, we need to continue to work toward that goal, or at least toward the goal of cessation of hostilities. True peace, however, requires living by the teachings of Jesus of Nazareth, both sides, in humility, taking on the mantle of the cross, loving one's neighbor, feeding one's hungry enemy, desiring the very best for others, doing for others what one would like for others to do for the one, and most of all, loving God with one's heart, soul, mind, and strength. But this all begins with you and me. Yes, you and me. Now, we may not be able to speak directly with the leaders of the nations. We may not have access to the halls of power. We may feel like things are happening all over the place and we're just bystanders looking on at what others are doing in the world. But we can live out the teachings of the Lord. We can love our neighbor. We can feed the hungry, desire the best for others, and most of all, we can love God with all of our being. And we can do these things as a result of and in response to the cross. The love shown to us by God himself. We can change our corner of the world. We can't do anything about the rain, the hail, or the wind, or the floods. We can, with some certainty, predict what may happen with the weather, but we can't change it on our own. We can, however, petition the God of the universe regarding the weather. He may not always respond as we would ask. However, I'm convinced that he has heard the many prayers that have gone up over the past months and even years regarding the local drought, and has blessed us with rains over these past few weeks. In the same vein, we can also pray regarding the international situation, the wars, the conflicts, the animosity, and the outright hatred that we see of one ethnic group toward another, just because of the ethnicity of those groups. If God can make it rain in response to prayer, he can also adjudicate conflicts and wars between nations and peoples. The principalities and powers, those rulers, the authorities, the powers of this dark world and the spiritual forces of evil. This is really who we fight against daily, whether locally or internationally. Each time we offer water to an unhoused person, each time we provide food to someone in need, each time we give of our time, even if we only take the time to listen as someone tells her story, each time we do those things, we are combating those spiritual forces, those powers, those authorities. Don't despair. Don't give up. Don't give in. Continue to, as Paul says, fight the good fight. See the bigger picture. Know your role in it. And keep on keeping on. Blessings.